are back and happy to be joined this morning by Regé-Jean Page. He was beloved as the dashing Duke in Bridgerton. Now he is tackling the role of a suave secret agent in a new thriller called Black Bag. He stars as Colonel James Stokes, and when he's tipped off about a security breach from within the agency, the hunt is on for a mole.
What? Margaret Langford was used a handful of times by Sig Intop in 2008 before discontinuance.
Used by whom?
Your wife.
I see.
We thrive on that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just chit-chatting. Regé, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
You know, I love this movie because, I mean, it's a spy movie, but it's not so much an action movie as a thriller. Well, and I was just saying that dialogue is almost like a different language.
Well, everything isn't the dialogue. Everything is language. What we really hone in on this movie is that spy work is mostly about making other people do stuff for you. It's less driving the Lamborghini than convincing someone that it's a good idea to drive the Lamborghini. They probably shouldn't.
I mean, that's kind of the thing. That's the spy craft. And you've got Kate Blanchett and Michael Fassbender and you, Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, yeah.
And there are these, like, amazing scenes where it's just like this, it's kind of like a psychological thriller.
It is. It is a super taut psychological thriller. We got David Koepp writing, Steven Soderbergh at the helm, carrying this whole thing through.
Which he did Ocean's 11. People he's one of those directors people know.
Yes, and he doesn't miss. He is an absolute master at his craft. So the standards of work in this film are beyond anything that I've ever seen on set. Sitting around a table from Michael Fassbender, Kate Blanchett, Naomi Harris, myself, Marissa Abela, Tom Burke, Pierce Brosnan just sets the stage on fire every time he walks on set. And so just the joy of coming into work every day and getting to work at that level was beyond.
Were there any nerves?
Weirdly enough, no, because work gets a lot easier at that level.
Yeah.
You know that whatever you do, the rest of the cast will catch you. Whatever you serve across the table in this kind of verbal game of tennis, you know it's coming back with some topspin on it. And so you really can just relax into that and find all these really cool subtleties and nuances that are coming off the page.
I hear that from these various roles, you're like you're a secret agent now. You have secret service knowledge, MI6, like you've done so much research. You're like, you know some stuff.
I've had more contact with the secret services in my lifetime than I ever thought I would, or probably should. But it's
Wait a minute, are you a spy?
If I told you, I'd be a terrible one.
True.
There you go. But no, I've had a couple of conversations for a couple of different movies, and you hone into different angles of the thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is about trust. It's about finding people's weaknesses and really knowing how to push their buttons without knowing that you're pushing their buttons.
Yeah.
So that's everything that we do in this movie. It's everything that Stephen focuses in on. We had these very, very deep conversations around that.
Now, you get to have your actual British accent in this, but you've also done roles with the American accent. And I was reading this morning that when you're trying to work out these different accents, you try it out on the Uber driver?
Yeah, I mean, you practice wherever you can.
So, can you give me an example?
If I was doing a generic East Coast something that it allows me to have a conversation with you on your own level. So you're not just like, oh, hey, there's a British guy in the back of the car. Say strawberry, say banana. It's just like you are more a normal person, and it allows me to let you open up a little bit like a spy. See what I'm saying?
You are scary good at that.
Years of practice.
I mean, that is incredible. Like
Thank you very much.
Yes, wow. Okay. Have they forgiven you yet for leaving Bridgerton? I ask you this every time.
I have no idea. I enjoy moments with folks when I meet them on the street. We generally have very joyful communication over it, and I think that we had a really good time on that show, so I'm very, very happy.
We did. That's why we didn't want it to end.
I mean, the show hasn't ended. The show's still going.
I know.
And, I check in with my friends who are on the show, and I check in and kind of make sure that everyone's okay and that they're ready for kind of how things change and you step up into the lead on that show. So, I mean, everything's pretty copacetic. I
still hold a candle for you coming back just something, give the people what they want. But I'm also still mad that the guy from Downton Abbey was killed off. I don't understand. So we'll just start. And sorry, spoiler alert. It's like 10 years old now. Okay, I have a fun
Bruce Willis is also a ghost.
Yes, exactly. I know. He was dead the whole time. Okay, let me put this up. Is this a headshot?
Right.
From when you were, I think, 13. Tell me about this guy.
Somewhere around there. I mean,
look how cute you are. Tell me about this guy.
I mean, that guy's doing the most, I think, is what I can say about that guy. He's obsessed with his Superman girl that just won't happen. He doesn't understand at this point that
I like the necklace. Okay, now I've got another one. I'm going to roll some video here, and I want you to tell me about this guy. You were in a punk band.
Yes. I find that it was the most productive way to be angry as a teenager. You know, you can slam the doors at home, or you can go out and you can do that, and you can yell with some other kids.
But you could sing. I watched this morning. You sounded pretty good.
I'm not sure I appreciate the past tense. Maybe I still can sing.
Okay, challenge accepted.
Not in this moment, though. I set that up myself.
I was like, wait, he's willing to do accents?
Not in my...
Well, you know, we just showed the clip, and Sterling K. Brown, who's the pal of yours.
I did.
He just broke into song on Colbert. Did you see that?
I did. I use that as a cautionary tale.
Yeah, so yeah, you're like, unless you're at his level, right?
No, I can't. I can never match Sterling. I think that's goals.
I know.
Goals. I hold Sterling up as...
Actually, you just saw him at the Vanity Fair after party.
I did. I always enjoy running into Sterling. Sterling's always been incredibly supportive. He talked me through my first SNL appearance in this building right over here.
Yeah.
And so he's been a very willing and generous brother in this business to me, and I'll always be grateful for that. So he's always a safe place in the room.
That is such a party. I've actually gotten to go once or twice. I felt like the best thing about it was the In-N-Out burgers at the end. But you think something else.
There's pizza in the party. Like, what no one knows about. It's like, yeah, it's cool. There are famous people. Everyone's pretty. Everyone's having a great time. There's this incredible pizza station right at the back.
You said lemon pizza, though?
It's a lemon chicken pizza, I think, which
It doesn't sound good.
It tastes incredible.
I'm going to have to take your word on that.
Those are the Hollywood secrets no one knows about.
No.
That's what you're getting. That's the exclusive you get.
Lemon pizza, it sounds terrible. It sounds like pineapple pizza. You probably like pineapple pizza.
It's far less controversial than pineapple pizza.
Regé, what a pleasure. Thank you so much. Black Bag from our sister company, Focus Features, hits theaters next Friday, March 14th. I know I sound terrible. I'm not contagious. We're back in a moment.
Mysterious, like a spy.
Say that again. This is Today on NBC.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.